Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. We are outside taking the dogs out. It's a little earlier than we would usually be up. Grace woke up bright and early, ready to go. Happy as can be, 6 a.m. So at first I was like, trying to get her back to bed, trying to see if I could get some more sleep, but no, she's very much up for the day. So that's all right. We're gonna roll with it. We've been watching a show on the couch, just cuddling, having a slow morning. Alice just fed and now she's back down. And Steven went back to sleep. He did the night feeds last night, so today is his day to sleep in. So in a positive spin on things, it's nice to be up this early, have the extra time just with Grace, chilling like the old days. Gonna make some breakfast and we'll get the day going. All right, we are having some yogurt bowls, topping it off with some pumpkin seeds. Coffee. Bless. Bella wants to join in the cuddles.
Why can't you join in the cuddles?
Oh, because she loves you.
Best friend.
She's your best friend. I am now getting to watch a one-woman performance of Frozen. Woohoo!
Mommy,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that can be the stage. Okay, so do you want me to be Hans or do you want me to be the people in the audience? In the audience, okay. All right, tell me when.
Crazy. I love crazy.
All right, Alice is awake. It's 8:30 now, so we're gonna go get her. I'll feed her, and then I think we're gonna move into the nursery for a little bit, have some playtime in there. All three of us girlies. Good morning, Alice.
Alice. Good morning. Mommy was doing her pacifier.
That's a great idea.
So in her cry.
Then we can give it to her. Tummy time.
Alice.
I spent the whole nursing session reenacting scenes from Rapunzel with Grace, specifically Rapunzel and Mother Gothel when she asked to see the floating lights. Alice lasted all of 5 minutes with tummy time before she fell asleep. So, oh, you're doing tummy time? Look at you! You getting ready for the day with the lip gloss? Tomorrow is definitely wash day, so not gonna hold back with the hairspray. All right, I successfully got dressed and ready. Steven's up. Wait, how do I not cover you? There you are. Steven's up.
Hi,
Daddy, I gotta play, guys. Come on.
Steven just came down. He was sleeping upstairs this morning, so we didn't disrupt him. He was able to get a good couple hours, and now we are gonna make a plan for the day. But honestly, it just feels great to be hairbrush, face washed, wearing clean clothes for now. So, I have a box here from Thrive Market, who is sponsoring today's video, filled with a bunch of delicious snacks that I ordered to restock my breastfeeding cart, throw in the diaper bags, basically just have on hand at all times because I have been very hungry with breastfeeding and constantly wanting to snack. So Thrive Market's got me covered with lots of delicious, nutritious options, stuff for so many different diets and lifestyles. So we'll do a little haul, a little snack haul. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store, and they're on a mission to make healthy living easier and more affordable for everyone with guaranteed savings on every order. I love Thrive Market for keeping my pantry stocked without even having to leave the house, and they have an amazing selection of snacks. So much to choose from. I've even found like new things that I love from searching on Thrive Market's catalog. And as a Thrive member, you save on every single order, and if you ever find a lower price somewhere else, they'll match it. But I save so much on Thrive Market. Even just the snack order, I saved $21. So here's what I got. Starting with the hip peas. Absolutely love these. They're vegan. They've got some plant-based protein. Super delicious little cheddar puffs. These were $7.99, 11% off. We got some fruit snacks. Big fan of these ones from Yum Earth. Grace and I will both snack on these. These were $8.29. I got a big old bag of roasted salted cashews. I've been snacking on a bag of pistachios in my breastfeeding stash and I'm almost out, so going with a different nut this time. I love cashews. And these ones are a really good price, $14.49 for a 16-ounce bag. It's like 52% off retail. Got a big bag of go-go squeezers. I started off buying these for Grace and then I found myself like, you know, throwing in an extra one in the diaper bag for myself. So we've been going through these faster than usual. Got a big old box. And then I wanted to get some protein bars, and Thrive Market makes it really easy to filter by your dietary needs or your lifestyle. I wasn't totally sure what I wanted, so I searched for high protein and plant-based, and there were tons of options, so I could pick the ones that looked the best to me. And you can shop by over 90 different values and diets on Thrive. So this is what I went with, the Simply Protein peanut butter chocolate snack bars. I haven't had these yet, but they sound delicious. Perfect for a little fuel up. So that is everything that I got. Join Thrive Market today to get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60. Just click the link in the description, or you can go to thrivemarket.com/Sierra and Steven for 30% off and a free gift when you join Thrive Market today. All right, let's restock my breastfeeding cart with not only the snacks, but also literally everything else because it's looking a little barren. Look at it. She's sad. The snack stash. Into my secret chair stash. As you can see, we were running low, and now I'll be snacking good. All right, perfect timing, because Alice just woke up, so I'm gonna get her, feed her, and then I think I'm gonna try and take the kids to the park, go on a little walk, hopefully before nap time. Hello, sweet pea. I get to watch Blue's Clues while I breastfeed.
Goals.
Goals. Life with a toddler and a newborn. When Grace was a newborn, my breastfeeding show was Kardashians and Glee. This go around, it's Blue's Clues. Thank you. All right, diaper bag packed, water refilled. Kids are dressed and ready. We're going to the park. If you wanna bring the toy to the park, you can grab it and bring it in the car. All right, you ready? Let's go.
Bye.
Bye.
But, oh, the camera stays with me.
Camera's staying with you.
Oh. Well, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I got a lot of cleaning to do. That was our, it's always like a negotiation of like how we're gonna navigate the day. We got quite a bit of stuff to do at home. I did not sleep a lot. Last night was my night with Alice, and I did not sleep a lot. Sarah got me another 2 hours of sleep this morning, but she is going to the park and just getting the girls out. And I was like, I would rather stay here, like start playing some music, a podcast, and just clean mindlessly. Or tidy is probably a better word. But first, I'm gonna have some lunch. And then after that, I'm gonna take a shower. And after that, I'm going to work on the pool because Carrie and Drew are coming, and we want probably the hot tub. Anyways, let's focus, squad. Food, shower, pool. Oh, you can't see my fingers. I want to clean the kitchen. And then Grace was also, as she was walking out, she's like, Daddy, can you clean my room? It's getting a little messy. I was like, what a little punk. I was like, yeah, of course I will. I will try, but it's pretty low on my totem pole there, girl, because I do know as soon as you get home, you're going to make it messy again. I will catch up with you after my shower. Yeah, so for the pool, it's all maintained by yours truly. I use this, they have this little thing, like it's a subscription, so like they give me this, and every month I test the water, and I pretty much do what it tells me to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. I tried some other ways. I used to go in the store and do it, and then once I found out they had this, I was like, oh, dude, I don't need to leave the store. And I get my little syringe here. I'm gonna go to the pool, get some water, and run our test, and then I'll do the chemicals, and then I also gotta clean. The big pool still needs to get like a proper cleaning before we start using it. It's just like, you know, there's some leaves in corners and like a little bit of algae growing in like the darker corners that don't get the sun. Not gonna touch that today. We've been using the hot tub off and on last couple of weeks / months, so hot tub's ready to go. I just have to go in there and get some leaves out, so that way it's clean for the weekend. And then, based on what this guy tells me, I'll adjust chemicals too. So, all right, I shall be back. I'm gonna get my little squirt of water out of the pool. So, I have my syringe of water. I put it into my disc like so. Water, 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 shoot the outside in dramatic fashion. Pew! Put this in like that. Close my lid. The pool's a saltwater pool, so rumor has it that's easier to take care of and it's less finicky. It's way less chlorine, which is nice, which I feel like people are always surprised by. Saltwater pools do have chlorine. It's just they have a lot less chlorine, but chlorine is still the sanitizing agent, and it's a lot cheaper. So what basically happens, like the salt gets converted to chlorine, and since it's continuously getting converted, you don't need a lot of chlorine at once, which is supposed to be the benefit. Let's run the water test. This is kind of cool and dramatic. Check this out. All right, let's check my pool. Another thing with saltwater pools, when it's cold, you can't really read the salt level. It's just too cold, because like I guess in the cold, the salt does something. Where it's not as usable. So then also you kind of see your chlorine levels dip a little bit. So if you want, you can add more chlorine. All right, so it says my salt's a little low, which is expected. It's been about a year and it's also still a little cold out. It's only been like 60 degrees outside still. So my chlorine is good. My pH is a tad high, so I'm gonna add some acid. It's muriatic acid. And then it tells me here I need about 80 fluid ounces. Ooh, that's a lot of acid. I'm not gonna add that much at once. One thing I've learned is like never add too many things, because this thing isn't perfect, and you can always add more, but you can't undo. Or you can undo, it's just more expensive to undo. All right, so I need some acid. And then it wants me to add salt. So I'm not gonna add salt yet, but I will soon. And yeah, this is like an average chemical sync up with the pools. I add acid, sometimes I add in some of the, what is it? The like cyanuric acid. Basically keeps chlorine in the water, but everything's looking good. So I'm gonna go throw in some acid. And I used to be way more careful with the acid, and now I'm not careful at all, which I think is a common story for people who maintain pools. All right, here's my little disc. All the colors means something happened. Bam! All right, let's go outside. Oh yeah, that'll do it. All right, so I'm going to turn the pool on the cleaner mode. Just recirculates the water at a higher speed. Because when you're adding chemicals, you want to recirculate it as much as possible. Also, it says the pool's about 70 degrees right now. Probably too cold for this little family, but we'll get there. All right, let's add some acid. And usually I measure it, but I need quite a bit. So I wanted like 80. These are, you know, this is a gallon, so it's about 120. So like a little more than half, but I don't like adding that much at once. So I'm going to guesstimate that this is a perfect amount. And then I'll test it again in a week and we'll add more as needed. Let's go. Also, label says to dilute in water before adding, which I usually do. And then when I watch other people, and I've been influenced by the world, is that that's just a waste of time and just be careful. So that's what I do now. That was quite a bit of acid. And the only reason I slowly am putting in more and more is like as it gets warmer, that chemical reaction produces more chlorine. So the chlorine level goes up, and as that goes up higher, my pH goes higher, so I need to add acid to bring it back down. That was probably really boring, but don't worry, it's not over yet. So let's watch Steve scoop out some leaves. I got a lot of junk out. There's a time of the year where some of the trees, especially in like neighbors' yards, absolutely destroy us with little black leaves. And tomorrow morning when we cycle the spa water with the pool water, kind of the waterfall turns on and it mixes the water up. That'll kind of push the rest of the leaves up and out in the back of the pool, where then the skimmer can get them. Anyways, done with the pool. I am now gonna go inside and let's see what else is on my to-do list. Kitchen. Last night was my night to feed Grace. My night to feed Alice. So we went through a lot of bottles and pump shenanigans. So I'll probably put the camera down somewhere and record way longer than I'm supposed to. Sorry, Sierra and Riayn. I'm not professional, you guys are. So I'm gonna get that done. I'll check back in. That is done. Well, at least the dishwasher part. I got some other couple things in the kitchen to do. I expect Sierra should have been back like half an hour ago now. But she was just sending me pictures. They're at the park playing in some water stuff. So that should be fun. I imagine they'll come home all wet because I know she probably didn't bring a towel. Also, I left the door open the whole time and now there's like 5 flies inside the house. It's a damn shame. I will check in with you guys later. Sierra will probably be home soon. Thanks for following Steve around on Friday paternity leave. No one in the house. Woo!
We made it to the park. It is beautiful out. I think we're gonna walk a little bit. There's also a park that we like to play at.
I just people like to come because it's a hot day.
So I bring the second seat for the stroller, like in the basket underneath, in case Grace wants it, which she just decided she did. Because the bassinet can only be used as a double when it's on the bottom and this seat is on the top. And I prefer to use the bassinet when I can instead of the car seat, since she has more freedom of movement. So now we got to take this off, move it to the bottom, click it in, move Grace's seat up top. Here, why don't you play with that while I set up the stroller?
I saw a bird flying.
You saw a bird flying? I think I saw it too. All right, you ready to get in?
Yes.
Yes. We do need a buckle because I don't want you to fall off. You're pretty high up here.
Oh, your hands are full.
She said my hands are full because I've got you and Alice. Hands full, heart full. So here's the new configuration. Kind of fun having Grace in this front seat because we get to look at each other and talk. You did used to sit down below. And sometimes you still do, huh? When Alice is in the car seat, we can put Grace in the smaller rumble seat on the bottom level. Because with Alice on the bottom right now, I'm kind of constantly like peeking over the side, trying to keep her in view. But when she's in the bassinet, only fits on the bottom. So also Grace is really kind of too big anyways for the rumble seat that can go on the bottom. And the big seat only fits on the top. So still figuring out the best of all the configurations that works for us. All right, you want to play I Spy again?
I saw my window eye something willow.
Is it the yellow flowers?
No.
No? Is it the sun?
No.
All right, we made it over to the play structure. I'm gonna park the stroller, put Alice in the carrier, so Grace and I can play.
And here's a pizza for me.
Just got home from the park, which was so much fun. We ended up actually staying a lot longer than I had planned. I think we were there for like almost 3 hours. But after we had like walked and played at the play structure for a little while, we were like kind of getting ready to head out. And then I was talking to one of the other moms there and they were like, oh yeah, the splash pad is like, it turns on in 10 minutes. Here's the schedule. And Grace was like, absolutely, let's do the splash pad. And I was like, you know what the heck, why not? Let's do the splash pad. So, I mean, I say splash pad, it's like a little fountain that shoots water up into the air for 15 minutes and creates like a 3-inch pool of water. But to Grace, it was like Atlantis. It was the best thing ever. And I really enjoy when I'm able to like be spontaneous like that and say yes to things. And it was fun to watch her do that. And then since we had stayed a little bit longer, I was like, okay, now I need to feed Alice. So we were just sitting on the grass. I was breastfeeding Alice. And then one of my mom friends walked right into the park and I hadn't seen her in a little bit because actually she just had a baby. We had our kids in one of the community center classes together. And then we were both pregnant with our second at the same time. And it was my first time seeing her since she had the baby, and so there was lots of catching up to do and so fun to get to see her. Ended up sitting and chatting for quite a while, and then I was like, well, Grace probably isn't gonna make it home on this car ride for her nap, and lo and behold, she did end up falling asleep on the drive home. But at that point, Alice was also asleep again, so I just drove around for a little extra to like prolong the nap. Worked out well enough, and now we're home. So it's almost 5 o'clock. Almost dinner time, getting into the evening. These days just like really fly by on maternity leave. Like I feel like I wake up and then I blink and then I'm going to bed again. So gotta try to savor it, to hold on to all those little special moments as much as we can because it just flies by. It really does. Hello, hello. I am just in absolute heaven right now, enjoying the newborn snuggles. Can I still say newborn? Yes. Yeah, newborn's 12 weeks, right? We got plenty of time left in the newborn stage. I just fed her, I was burping her, and then now she's just been laying here on me for like, I don't know, probably a half hour, 45 minutes. Got really nice and cozy. It's almost 7 o'clock now, so we had a good couple hours of family time together. And as weird as it seems, because it's still very bright outside and also this day has flown by, it is time to get into the evening routine. So Steven just went with Grace to start that with her, and I get to be here with this little angel. Okay, so I just put Alice down and I was like, you know what? I have a free moment. Let me sit at my computer and upload the footage that I filmed on the new little camera, the Canon V10, and see what that looks like. Maybe do a little bit of editing. And in the last 2 vlogs since I got this camera, I had felt like from looking at the footage on my computer, it looked really good. It sounded pretty good. Like not quite on the level of my big camera, but not that big of a difference. And so I was surprised in the comments of the video when a lot of people said that it sounded so bad, like it was really blown out and like almost unlistenable. And I was like, wow, I thought it sounded okay. So I went back and looked at the video like on YouTube in the uploaded file, and it sounded absolutely terrible. You are completely right. But also, I was right, because in Final Cut Pro, my editing software, it sounded completely different. It also looked much higher quality. It was like a totally different ballgame on my editing software versus uploaded to YouTube. So I was like, what the heck happened? What is happening here? Because I love filming on this camera. It's been really great. I want to be able to use it like as a second shooter when we're going out and about. Like I filmed today at the park with this, and that was really nice, but obviously I don't want my videos to sound and look terrible. So I looked into it a little bit, and turns out it was like an issue with the export settings on my editing software, because they were configured for this camera, and I've never had to switch them between cameras. I don't know what it is with this camera, but for whatever reason, it was just compressing it weird. And so I was able to fiddle with the settings and fix that. And I double checked on like the exported file versus my editing library, and it worked. So my apologies for the footage in the last 2 vlogs that looked and sounded like it was filmed on a potato. This camera is actually better than that. And that also makes sense as to why I was like, really? I'm surprised that people think it's so bad. I don't think it's that big of a difference. So in this vlog, it should be fixed. I'm gonna triple check it before I upload, but let me know what you think now that I figured that out. Because from like the creator experience, I have really enjoyed this camera. It's been super easy to use. I was really happy with the way the footage looked and sounded once it was uploaded to my computer. You guys haven't gotten to see that quality until this vlog, but hopefully it's looking a lot better now. But let me know what you think. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.